I would like to take a FEM study and essentially do a save as under a new name so that I can change geometry and configuration without affecting the first model. I've tried doing it at various levels within the FEM and can't seem to find a clean way that totally divorces the new file from the old. Today we're going to be taking a look at this user question, and to address this user's question, we're going to be leveraging this Create Clone Assembly feature within NX or Simcenter 3D. So currently, just to sort of replicate the customer's situation, I have a couple of folders here, a couple of directories. The first one contains my original files. I have 3 part files here, which represent the original geometry. And then I have a simulation structure here. I have a sim, a fem, and an ipart. And I even have some solution files from the original analysis. So what I'm going to show you how to do is clone all of that data into a new folder in a way that is clean and allows you to modify the name of the file. In particular, I'm going to be copying all of these files over and changing the name structure from Rev A to Rev B. Okay, so to do this, go ahead and launch NX or Simcenter 3D and close out of any simulation files that might be open. Go to Menu, Assemblies, Cloning, Create Clone Assembly. Here we can link to the top of the assembly, filter by sim files, and I'll hit that file. So now down here you'll see that the assembly that it's going to be working or cloning is called Rev A block and pin _s. Here the next line is for the exceptions. So basically the default action for all of the files that are under this sim file, right, the ones that are shown here, will be to clone. That's what this guy tells us. But there might be a circumstance where maybe you don't want to clone everything. Maybe you want to exclude some of the part files that, I don't know, maybe they're not used in your simulation. You can do that by basically highlighting that part that you don't want to clone, assigning this to retain, and then hitting apply. And then you'll see that now all of the other files are set to default, which is to clone, but this one file is set to be retained. In this example, I actually do want to clone all the files, so I'm going to just revert that back to cloning and hit OK. Next, go ahead and go to the Load Options tab. Here, this is where you would specify what load method you want to use. Since I'm going to be storing all these files in a single directory or folder, I'm just going to say load from directory or from folder. Here you want to establish a naming rule. So you could either keep it simple and just add a prefix or a suffix. Like if you have a complicated part file name and you just want to end it with something different like revision 1 or revision 2, you could, go ahead and do that. For my example, I actually want to replace the Rev A string with, let's say, Rev B. Done. Here you want to define where you want this copy to be stored, which for my case, I want it to be stored in the revision B folder. So I'll hit OK. So now you are pretty much set up for the clone. If you wanted to, you could run a dry run by hitting this dry run button and then hitting execute. I'm just going to go ahead and execute it. So if you remember, previously my revision B folder was empty. But now, according to this report the software gave me, it created a clone of all of those files, and it stored them into this revision B folder. You can actually modify the report if you want to. For mine, I had it set to root parts only, but there are some other settings here that you could read some more about. Just go ahead and hit F1 on here, and our software website will give you a description of all of those reporting options. Okay, so now let's take a look at that revision B directory. Here's revision A, and here's revision B. So now we have a copy of all of those files And they're all uniquely named now, starting with Rev B instead of Rev A. And so what I could do now is that I could go into my simulation. Here I have my previous geometry, but if I wanted to now, I can, work on the fem. I could even open up the eye part, which is also a clone of the original eye part, meaning that it is now a unique file that you could potentially modify and then watch as that modification then updates the simulation and the fem files. That's the end of this video on how to leverage our clone assembly tool. Thank you for watching.